Welcome to the studio. Today we're listening to the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure, a true condenser microphone with a transformerless circuit. It's gotten a lot of attention on YouTube, and I purchased it hoping it would fit for my intended use case: spoken word, narrating audiobooks, and singing. Looks great in a studio. Here, let me get a light on so you can see. Kind of an AKG C414 inspired shape, which makes sense. The founder used to work for AKG before their engineering team was scrapped, as Samsung acquired them in 2017. Ex-employees went on to found companies like Lewitt and Austrian Audio, who were still innovating. I like the design. It's light, it's easily supported by a cheap boom arm. A transparent head basket lets you see more or less straight through to the green-edged capsule. You're hearing it now with very minimal processing. Let's give it a whirl on audiobook narration. Here's a bit from Bullfinch's Trojan War. Minerva was the goddess of wisdom, but on one occasion she did a very foolish thing. She entered into competition with Juno and Venus for the prize of beauty. It happened thus. At the nuptials of Peleus and Thetis, all the gods were invited, with the exception of Eris, or Discord. Enraged at her exclusion, the goddess threw a golden apple among the guests with the inscription, "For the fairest." Thereupon Juno, Venus, and Minerva each claimed the apple. Jupiter, not willing to decide in so delicate a matter, sent the goddesses to Mount Ida, where the beautiful shepherd Paris was tending his flocks, and to him was committed the decision. The goddesses accordingly appeared before him. Juno promised him power and riches, Minerva, glory and renown in war, and Venus, the fairest of women, for his wife, each attempting to bias his decision in her own favor. Paris decided in favor of Venus, and gave her the golden apple, thus making the two other goddesses his enemies. Okay, let's see how it does on singing. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done, for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Okay, I think I like it better on singing. Lewitt says in their advertising that it has a record-ready sound, and I tend to agree. It could certainly stand out in a mix with its accented airiness. This is a bright mic, probably too bright for audiobooks. I love how it sounds on some voiceover artists that I've heard, like Mike Delgadio from Booth Junkie. Not quite as much on my own voice. I should note that Lewitt does make other mics, including some with a more neutral sound, and I'm sure those would suit me better, for example the Pure Tube, but that also costs 4 times as much, not including the accessories like the shock mount and pop filter, which the 440 comes with by default. So, I'm going to keep this mic. I really like the look, I love the look, I love the weight, the build quality. My only problem is with, unfortunately, the sound. It's great with EQ and a full vocal chain applied. I just turned on some processing to demonstrate using EQ and plugins. So, you can get a usable sound out of it for spoken word, it just takes a bit more work. And as any audio engineer will tell you, it's worth it to get it calibrated at the source first. I want to hear optimized audio in my headphones while I'm recording, and EQ off now. This is a bit shrill on my voice. I asked the good people of the group DIY forum what I could do to tame these high frequencies. They told me that this mic has a flat circuit, and suggested swapping out the capsule for one with a flatter frequency response to match. That video should be coming soon, and I'll do a comparison before and after swapping the capsule. See you then.